What's going on, guys? Machine here with another episode of Inside PC Gaming. Jumping right into the mix as always. Steam, what the hell? There's a lot of Steam BS going on right now. We'll start out with their database getting hacked, credit card information and passwords compromised. Are you kidding me? Yes, it's true. They got hacked. Stuff's on the fritz. If you have your credit card on file, I highly suggest you go and take it off file like stat. Also, if I were you, I would probably change the password to the account so your account doesn't get wackoed. So yeah, this is unfortunate. Another reason Steam pissed a lot of people off was the Modern Warfare 3 release. If you bought the game on Steam, you couldn't play at midnight. No, you had to wait till about 10:30 Eastern Standard Time the next day, which was BS. I was actually the only person of my friends, aside from one other person, out of a group of like 10, that bought physical copies at GameStop. So at midnight, they're telling me we can't play, and I installed it anyways, and then I had the option to play. So if you bought a physical copy of Modern Warfare 3, you could play it. If you bought it on Steam, you could not. I don't think that's fair at all. And I think if Steam wants to host these games, they need to get more on the ball with this crap. I don't understand why they can get away with not allowing people to play as soon as it's released. You know, they want to be the whole like, oh, we're the, premier get your game website company, whatever the fuck. Then, hey, give people an advantage. Get this stuff on track. Suck it, Steam. For once, I'm glad I didn't buy a game from you guys. I'm glad I went into GameStop. Yeah, I had to wait in line for about a half hour in the rain at midnight to get it, but it was well worth it because I was playing and I was already like level 30 by the time my friends got on. Oh, sigh. Not too happy with Steam these days. Switching over to World of Warcraft, a little interesting news about WoW losing 800k subscribers. 800,000 subscribers pieced out. They're down to 10.3 million. And they're blaming this. They're saying, oh, most of the subs were lost in China. There's normally an increase in subs in December. The decreased profit came from all the games in development. No launches occurring. Don't worry, guys. There will be 2 major releases next year. Now, how about Cataclysm just wasn't that great? Okay, how about you just take responsibility, Blizzard, and say, hey, we fucked up. We put out a shit purchasable expansion, and it didn't add up. This whole expansion has been a disaster. There's been some good points, but for the most part, it's just a flop. It's like, release 4.3 already, so that we can just move on with our lives and just forget about Cataclysm and 4.2 being fail, and just, come on. As a matter of fact, just release Mists. Let's just start from scratch here, because you guys have sucked for the last couple of years. Blizzard. Stop going backwards. Alright, next, in WoW news, Season 10 ending November 29th. So Arena players, you're done, November 29th. I'm excited for this because I fell behind severely due to not having reliable Arena partners all season. So at that point, we'll be able to honor grind in the next season the gear that was from this season in Season 10. Season 11 will start. Now keep in mind that when you start playing this game, oh, I'm gonna get honor, you're gonna cap out at 4,000, so don't go past that. So I'm looking forward to the new season. I think it's going to be fun. I actually have a good arena partner now, so let's get it on. The MMR is getting wiped. Everyone's starting fresh. It's exciting stuff. We're looking at some 4.3 PTR build release notes on classes. And obviously, since I am a warrior, that's what I'm focusing on. I apologize to all the other classes. But they're saying Arms and Protection are both going to get Blood and Thunder. Berserker stance may become an AE damage stance with no stance penalties or restrictions, allowing you to use battle stance for single targets. It's pretty interesting. Wild Strike is an offhand attack without Slam's cast time, and with the MS debuff replacing Fierce Attacks, the Blood Surge proc, then lets you do 3 cheap Wild Strikes on a 1-second cooldown. They're removing Intercept, and they're also adding that a dual-wielding warrior basically should get smoother rage generation. So they're saying that hit and expertise can be utilized to reduce the randomness if desired. Who wants randomness? I want solidified rage. Thank you. And they're saying that a lot of core rotational abilities will be changed to actually generate rage instead of consuming it in 5.0, which is exciting because if you think about it, you know, right now, being a warrior, I had to turn off my guy saying, I'm out of rage, not enough rage. It's like every other second I hear that. So it'd be nice to actually have an ability that when you know, hit something, aside from using a rage regeneration or a shout, or a cooldown to actually generate rage. I mean, that kind of just makes sense, and I think it would stabilize it out. They go on further with the warrior class of part 2. They're saying, I find this very, very funny. We believe we have fixed charge jumping, where a target who jumped ended up in a different location from the warrior. The warrior should now end up next to the target. Okay, that's not the funny part. This is the funny part. We needed to nerf Fury's DPS slightly to keep them from being ahead of the other melee DPS. Are you kidding me? Are you really, Ghost Crawler? Really? Thanks. Awesome. I really appreciate you nerfing Fury yet again, because the 4.2 nerf wasn't enough. So let's just nerf us more when we're nowhere near topping melee DPS charts. What are they smoking by saying that we're ahead of melee DPS? I don't think any of these guys play warriors. Seriously, like, I've come to the conclusion that they do not. I think every single moderator on the WoW forums or developer play mages, and that's why mages are so amazing. That's my opinion. There was also there was a Q&A. Some people were talking about you know, some more warrior information. Someone asked a question: when playing a Fury warrior, missing auto attacks when you're counting on rage from them is unpredictable and frustrating, especially when it happens during an important timing. This random event can mean the difference between performing poorly or amazing. Saving rage to a decent-sized bank can somewhat provide insurance against this, but sometimes it doesn't provide enough coverage when consecutive misses occur. So basically this guy's saying, you know, what's going on here with the auto attack missing? They answer, what are the defining characteristics of rage as distinct from energy is its unpredictability? Really? Okay, fine. If you could predict with certainty what your rage generation over the next, you know, few seconds is going to be, then the two resources type become essentially indistinguishable. So basically he's saying, shut up. If you're dual wielding, you should have enough combat events that, you know, you can smooth it out practicing, and then gearing and hitting expertise, and you should be able to generate rage and not miss auto attacks. I think that's bullcrap. Once again, you don't. These guys aren't playing warriors. They're just nerfing them over and over and over. They're saying they're going to make rage changes in Mists of Pandaria, trying to make core rotational abilities to actually generate rage instead of consuming it, like I was saying before. The bottom line is warriors need to be completely redone. Okay, and if they don't do it in Mists, I might not play a warrior anymore, because if they're going to go through this whole thing of redoing all the classes and how they're, you know, they're built and what's going on with them and the specs, then they really better be balancing them out and realizing that warriors are gimped horribly. It's really just getting ridiculous. I'm not one to quit a class, but I'm probably just going to stick as a tank. I don't think I'll be DPSing if they keep screwing up Fury, because arms is junk. So it's like, why you know, buff something, please, for Christ's sake. I'm not going to rant on anymore about this. Moving on to Diablo, they're talking about every class uses attack power. That's interesting. They're saying that basically if you look at the calculators from each class, you'll notice regardless of the class, you're doing damage based on attack power. So, you know, it's really going to make an interesting play on items and stats in the items. We'll have to see how that all plays out, but having attack power as like a primary stat for all classes is a pretty interesting way to do it. Moving forward, is it soon? When will the game be out? I'm sick and tired of talking about this. Honestly, it's like all these sites are covering, oh, when's Diablo coming out? What's going on? It'll be out when it's ready. Just come to the conclusion. It ain't coming out this year. It ain't coming out by Christmas. Let's stop whining about it. I mean, Blizzard obviously is going to release a game when it's ready to be released. Everyone's saying, but there's, you know, everything's already been talked about and discussed and blah blah blah. Yeah, it has, but obviously they still feel that there's stuff to work on. And seeing some of the footage from BlizzCon, I have to agree, the game doesn't look finalized. There's still some things that they need to work out and some kinks. I'm not in the beta, so I can't comment on what it's like from a beta perspective, and I unfortunately don't have any friends in the beta, so I can't hear what's going on in the beta forums and what people are mainly complaining about. If you can shed some light on that, maybe you can post it in the comments, but I'm in the dark on that story. Bottom line is, it'll come out when it comes out. Let's stop speculating because it's giving me a headache. Moving on, they actually shed a little light on how Activision Blizzard is talking about Diablo 3's cash auction house. This is a feature I'm really excited for personally. They're basically saying they don't know if Blizzard's actually going to profit from it, and I think that's a crock of shit, because Blizzard doesn't do something unless they profit. I mean, look at everything they're doing with WoW right now. They're trying to play it off like they're releasing this auction system because when, you know, push comes to shove, people end up buying items on third-party sites or buying currency on third-party sites, and they just want to provide a safe atmosphere. Whatever. You're not trying to provide a safe atmosphere, Blizzard. You're trying to make money, as always. So they're saying, you know, some of the Blizzard speculation is that it's going to make money. The other ones are saying they'll probably break even. I don't really care if Blizzard makes money on the auction house or not. I care if I make money on the auction house. So whatever. Thanks for putting it in the game because I'm going to make money off it. And that's a damn fact. I don't know how I'm going to do it yet because there's not enough information resulted, but as long as I'm not working, if there's a way to play a video game and make money, I'm going to be doing it. SKYRIM time. SKYRIM is officially out. It came out yesterday. And PC Gamer's got a review up. It's very promising. I have to say, I installed the game and played the first couple hours, and the game looks beautiful. There's a couple. I mean, it is a console port, and there are some changes you can make, which I'm going to get to, but to make the game a little more presentable. But overall, I mean, this article is great. Obviously, all links will be in the description, as always. But I mean, you're fighting dragons, you're going around. I mean, you could just tell, but even just looking at screenshots, that the game is very well put together. There's so many different things to do, endless amounts of quests. I definitely encourage you to go check out this review. As always, I'm not going to read word for word like some YouTubers, but you know, I just wanted to point out this article because I enjoyed the read when I read it, and it really, you know, hyped me up to want to get deeper into the game after checking this out. And over here on the Machine Gaming website, I'm going to go ahead and throw this link in the description as well. There's some graphic tweaks as well as some bug fixes that you can do by making some slight modifications to the game that make it a lot more presentable. I did these. I found these very advantageous. It's like night and day practically. And, you know, PC gamers kind of got screwed on Skyrim. I mean, once again, we get a console port, and I really get sick of this because they tend to forget that this Elder Scrolls series originally came out on PC. So why are you going to screw over the PC gamers? I don't understand why that's appropriate. So go check this out. They're real easy to do. They're step-by-step. Everything's here in this article. So you should be all set there. Definitely do it. Definitely worth your time. Link in the description. Modern Warfare 3, biggest entertainment launch ever. They're saying that after releasing sales information that Modern Warfare 3 did 400 mil on day one. 6.5 million copies in retail. Okay? That's crazy. Black Ops did 360 and Modern Warfare 2 did 310 million. So, I mean, obviously from a sales perspective, they know they're going to keep making money, and it's good and it's bad because Black Ops wasn't that great. Modern Warfare 2 had its golden day, but it wasn't that great. But the sales keep increasing, and honestly, I think it's because of the 12-year-old console players that are pushing these sales up. As we know, as PC gamers, we have to deal with hackers, and we don't get all the features that the console gamers get. You know, we don't get that hardcore package. We actually had a chance to like make money playing the game by winning tournaments and whatnot. But I bought the game. I'm enjoying it personally. There is actually a graphic mod for this too that makes it a lot better, because when I first installed it, the graphics weren't phenomenal, and I found out there was a small bug and you got to set something in native. I'll have the link in the description to the video where I show you how to do that in this description, and it'll make the game night and day, so definitely check that out. Last but not least, just some kind of fun news. We don't really talk about Everquest that often, but Everquest 2 is going free to play next month. They're saying that Sony Entertainment's basically transitioning away from the subscription model, and they're starting out with Everquest 2. And, you know, it's pretty interesting because EQII is kind of one of the MMOs that paved the way for bigger games like World of Warcraft, Star Wars Galaxies, things like that that have come out over the years. I know I personally played EQII 1 and I played EQII 2 for I played EQ1 for quite some time, EQ2 not so much, mainly because it was just I didn't want to balance that and WoW at the same time because both of them required extreme amounts of participation to raid and whatnot. But all the details on this for anyone who plays EQ2 or is interested in playing EQ2 it'll be in the description. You can check out all the packages they're offering and what exactly is going on with EQ2. So unlike last week, guys, this week we had a lot of news to cover. There's a lot of stuff going on, and all these games are coming out. And like I posted on the Machine Gaming Facebook the other day, so many games, so little time. I mean, right now I'm in the Star Wars: The Old Republic beta. I've got Modern Warfare 3. I've got Skyrim. Star Wars: The Old Republic coming out in about a month for early release, and it's just like my head is literally spinning in circles. And then they're trying to keep up with all this other information. It's going nuts. Little small announcement for the Inside PC Gaming segment. And I don't know if this is going to happen for sure, but some games are starting to really overtake to where there's a lot of information. I don't want the videos to be too long. So I'm thinking about taking World of Warcraft and making a news video just for World of Warcraft like I did with Star Wars: The Old Republic. And then covering, Diablo 3, as well as other popular games like Minecraft, Modern Warfare 3, some of the more just kind of jump in, play, and jump out games, not as much the MMOs. And then when Diablo 3 starts getting even more news and getting closer to release, it will probably get its own segment as well. And then Inside PC Gaming will only cover first-person shooters, single-player RPGs, things like Skyrim and all that good stuff. So let me know what you think about that in the comments if you get a chance. I appreciate it. Do you like seeing it all in one, or do you prefer to actually have a little bit more detailed information, a little bit more news for some of the more advanced games? Well, guys, once again, thanks for watching tonight. Really appreciate you guys taking a look at the video. If you have any questions, concerns, let me know. As always, links are in the description. If you're not a subscriber, at the bottom left-hand side here, you'll see a subscribe button. If you could click that, that'd be great, because I'm really trying to put out great videos for you guys. On the right hand side, you'll see that I have a Facebook and I have a Twitter. The links are in the description for those. I update what's going on throughout the day. I update news throughout the day. I put my videos throughout the day, and I let you guys know what games I'm playing. So it's a good way to keep in touch with me outside of YouTube. So that way, you know what's going on. I'm going to start live streaming eventually, and it's just, it's good to get on the bandwagon now because I'm really trying to take this channel places. So, as always, stay tuned. Machine out.